This movie will look at the Classes Pens Colors dialog in WinDoor 13, and this dialog can be accessed from the bottom of the Object Info palette by clicking this button down here. The dialog is divided into two tabs, the Classes tab and the Pens and Colors tab, and at the top of each of these tabs are a very similar set of options. These options allow you to use a master pen list or a master class list for all WinDoor objects that are created on this computer. Alternatively, you can use a unique set of settings for each object by clicking these buttons, and they don't both have to be the same. You could use the same class settings, or you could use the master class settings and unique pens, for example. By using unique pens and colors, it doesn't mean that the pens and colors have to be unique between objects. It just means that each object stores its own settings, as opposed to the settings being derived from a master preference file. If you do choose to use the master class or pen preferences file, then anytime you edit with this option turned on, the classes or the pens, then it will edit that master list and it will affect any WinDoor objects that are created or edited from that point on your computer. If you do make a change and you want to update all of the WinDoor objects, let's say you've changed the frame size from 0.25 to 0.35, by clicking that option there, when you click OK, it will go through and change all WinDoor objects in the drawing to this new setting that you've made here. One of the other things that you can do if you are using unique classes or unique pens and colors is to save a WinDoor object with your unique settings in the WinDoor symbol library. If you do that, and for any reason the settings get messed up on your computer or whatever, all you have to do is to then use the copy or apply function to import that saved symbol into your current drawing, and then click the Copy Unique to Master button. And what that will do is to copy the settings from that saved item that has the unique settings to your master pen prefs or your master class preferences. If the settings do become corrupt and you haven't done that, then this reset button here allows you to recreate using the default set of options that come with WinDoor. Let's now look at the lower part of the dialog. For classes, we have the various component names and the classes that have been set for those. At the top of each of these lists is the default name, and that will always be there. And below that is a list of all of the classes that are in your drawing. If you want to use a class that is different to the default class here, then you must create it in your file first, and then it will be available in this list here. One other thing about the class names, and that is that for 3D wall sills and 3D filler walls, these two settings have one additional option, which is Copy Parent Wall Attributes. So if you're using filler walls, by setting these to Copy Parent Wall Attributes, when you put a WinDoor object that has filler walls into a wall, the filler wall will take on all of the attributes of the parent wall, those attributes being the 3D fill color and the left and right and center texture. If you change the texture or color of the 3D wall with these settings set to Copy Parent Wall Attribute, then the WinDoor object will update at the same time. Under Pens and Colors, we have the settings all in one place for the 2D line weight and color, the 3D line weight and color, and the 3D fill color. Some of these only offer line weights, other ones like direction arrows, demolition, 3D direction arrows, 2D reflected ceiling plan also offer dash styles as well. The 3D dash styles are only an approximation of the dash styles here, and really just just create larger dashes as you go down the list. So for example, if you select this style here, it will just create a slightly bigger style than the one below it. But I think it's good enough to get the effect that you desire. The colors can be chosen as normal from the active document, the classic colors, or whatever other color palettes you have loaded. So that's just about it. It's fairly self-explanatory, and it puts everything in one position so that you can come in here and at a glance see what your class settings are for the object and see what your pen settings are for the object.